let's see. Here's the AFM map.
Yes.
And so just bring this up to full screen. And as you see, I move my mouse around and I can go to the different buildings. If I go here, I'm only going to click on one building to show you what happens. But if I click on the industry offices, I will see all the sales company pages. Immediately, I will see all the pages of the companies that are participating, and I can search from them by the types of films they're bringing or by their name. A similar building, when I click here, you go to Location Expo and you see the film commissions and facilities. My AFM is somewhat of a traditional site. This is where the participants, mostly the production community, put in their own profile, their photo, the films that they hope to make one day, their social media, and this is where they can search the list of participants, and they can do in this platform one-to-one Zoom meetings as well.
How long have you been having the MyFM? Like 4 or 5 years or so?
MyFM is about 10 years old, but we've enhanced it this year. It didn't have Zoom meetings before, and so it has the Zoom meetings in it now.
Right.
And then the 2 stages when you visit here, we will have sessions going every 90 minutes on each stage, 72 sessions I think we have scheduled. The wonderful thing about this, Bruno, is we have speakers from all over the world. Instead of just speakers who are in Santa Monica, we have a session that's originating in New Zealand, one in Nigeria, one in South Africa, another in Paris, BFI in London. We have sessions all over the world. The quality of speakers and the diversity of the speakers is just unheard of for us compared to a normal market where everybody had to be on a stage in Santa Monica. We're just really excited about what we're able to do here.
I didn't see many from China. Sorry to interrupt, Jonathan.
No, we didn't. I think there's a time zone issue, a little bit's language and a little time zone. Yeah. We're seeing not the same, and Cannes saw something similar, that there just wasn't the same participation from Asia in either of these. And then the last building that of course, the on-demand theater. This is where all the films will be. I think we're approaching 400 films that will be here. You click here and you're automatically off to a screen that shows you all of the cards for each of the films. Right. So there really isn't a lot of navigating. You click on something and there you are. The networking building is a very interesting one. And I'm going to click on this one. Oh, I need to go through it to a different way. Sorry, it's closed for the rest of the world. Here we go. When you click on the networking building, you arrive at a floor. And these are all of the tables on the floor. If you see here, I am over here. Yeah. You can see me. I click on my name and you can see who I am. Sure. Now this floor is empty right now, so we're in an empty ballroom, and you can see all of the tables. When the ballroom is filled, each of these tables will have different topics. This one might say micro-budget horror. This one might say French documentary.
Are you selecting the topics and working with people? Or? Right.
Yes, we are going to select most of the topics, and then participants can send us a note and say, can you reserve a table for, I don't know, London Producers Meetup.
Film Festival Strategy.
And so when I turn on my camera, you can see here I am up above.
Right.
All of the participants of the table would be in the same way. Now, I could be bigger as well or smaller. But you notice over here, I'm going to jump to another floor. I'm going to jump up. Now I'm on yet another floor. In the networking building, we will have 10 floors, more than 100 tables with conversations going on each time. So if you imagine, I guess my best analogy is if you walked into a big networking party and there were hundreds and hundreds of people, and you didn't know anyone, and you kept walking up to different groups and they were talking about things that didn't interest you, and you could spend 2 hours at a party and never meet anybody that was relevant to you. Yeah. And then you imagine the same party, and there's a sign above every conversation telling you what they're talking about. So you can immediately walk over to those who interest you. So this is where networking can actually be more efficient online. We are going to have close to 100 topics that are posted, and you can drop by the table. And as also from a geography standpoint, if you're from Russia, that doesn't mean you know everybody there from Russia. There's a table for Russia. You could drop by and see who else. Sometimes the best connections are the people you didn't know who are right down the street from you. And so this is just going to be very exciting. I'm going to end my screen share.
Nice. Yeah.
But for us, this was important. I've used this word a few times in the last few weeks to bring the serendipity of a live event to an online event, that where you accidentally bump into somebody. We can all send invites and will you meet with me and who's writing to me and let me see their CV and do I want to talk to them or not. Sometimes we all say no too often. And then we find that we're just walking down the street and we're chatting with somebody or sitting at a bar and find out that that's just a great conversation. So this is what we hope to gain from this networking pavilion.
Yeah,